Hello.
Hello, am I speaking to Tanushree?
Yes, speaking.
Tanushree, hi, this is Priyanka. I'm calling from Univariety.
Yes, Priyanka.
We were supposed to be having a call right now, right, regarding some queries which you were having. Tanushree, I got your, queries and stuff. It was related to the IB and CBSE curriculum, right? So if you could elaborate more on what are your doubts.
Actually, I'm currently working in an international school. Like they have both IB. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Now, my query is like, suppose the student is pursuing IB. I mean, senior secondary students, if they want to pursue IB, because after grade, no, suppose the person is from CBSE or whatever, it can be of TNE or education also. So whether they can take up their plus one plus two in IB. So after that, what are the opportunities for them in India and in abroad?
Right.
So,
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, in India, many universities or many colleges, I think they recognize IB, but they want some different kind of, certification. And for, if you go abroad, then IB curriculum is okay. But is IB curriculum is okay, or is it is acceptable for all the countries abroad?
Okay.
So they genuine query from the students, you can say.
Right. So see, first of all, IB and CBSE, like you must be aware about it, IB is an international curriculum, right, which is recognized over colleges and schools all over the world. Whereas CBSE is a national curriculum which most of the universities or colleges abroad recognize, but it's not like an international curriculum. So coming to the fact that when students take up IB curriculum and they want to study in India, nowadays there are many colleges in India which are accepting IB curriculum. In fact, IB curriculum is also recognized by the AIU, which is the Association of Indian Universities, right? The only thing which the students have to do after they finish the IB program is that some colleges would ask them to get their marks converted to a score, of a different format. Where there is a board which does that. They have to just submit their mark sheet and all, and it gets done. There is nothing extra and stuff. And similarly, for student now in India, most of the students look to study, say, engineering, right? So what is expected for a student to take up engineering from the IB curriculum is that they have math, physics, and chemistry. This is a compulsory requirement. So it is preferable if they have obviously 2 science subjects at the HL, right? And one in the SL. That is the combination in which, as far as I am aware, that the schools allow students to choose. Right? So they should have at least 2 subjects in the HL and 1 science subject in the SL, which makes them eligible to give the JEE names also. So not the fact that students take the IB curriculum and there are not many colleges which accept, it is accepted. However, if a student has done 10th from, from the CBSE curriculum and they are shifting to the IB curriculum, they should be made aware about the fact that they will find it slightly difficult to cope with a new curriculum because the way of teaching, the paper pattern in terms of exams and everything is totally different. It's always a different format. Right? Even the syllabus, if you see, would be very different. Like a math HL and a math SL in IB has a lot of difference in syllabus. So obviously a CBSE student, when they take up 11th IB, they won't find it like easy. Whereas the transition from CBSE 10th to CBSE 11th is relatively easier. But a CBSE 10th to an IB 11th would be slightly different for them. It's not impossible, but it would be slightly difficult maybe for the first 2-3 months to adjust to the different curriculum, the subjects, the way of teaching, studies and everything. And CBSE again is a curriculum which is accepted even in most of the colleges abroad. If we have to compare IB and CBSE like your question was, IB is obviously accepted everywhere because it's an international curriculum. Even CBSE is nowadays accepted by many countries abroad, like say the popular countries where students apply to US, UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, Canada, Australia. All these countries recognize the CBSE curriculum. So here the thing is that students don't have to convert their marks or scores into any given format. They can just give the same mark sheet which they get from the board itself. Like in India, if it's IB, they have some colleges ask for a conversion, right? In abroad countries for CBSE, they don't have to do it, right? So they'll find the transition easy.
No, my point is that when they go abroad, they want to apply to other countries, so they also pick for this SAT?
Yes, any international student has to appear for the SAT. The only thing that they are waived is giving the TOEFL, because in IB, if they take English at the HL or SL and get a minimum of 3 or 4, 5, then they are waived from giving the English language proficiency exam. But a CBSE student or any other curriculum student, it's mostly compulsory. Yeah. But even nowadays, IB students, it's safe if they give the English language exam so that they don't have any problems when they apply for a visa. They have demonstrated and they have proof that they are proficient in English language. So it's not a very difficult exam also. It's pretty easy, and IBDP students would very easily, get good scores also. It's better to be on the safe side, so they can give. But SAT is compulsory irrespective if the student is from IBDP or CBSE or A-level or ISC, anything.
And one more thing, Priyanka, this SAT, do they offer varied scholarships? I don't think so, no? You don't get scholarships in that level which you get in after postgrad. I mean, if you want to do PhD, you get that scholarship more because if you can
PhD is totally different and undergrad is totally different. Undergrad scholarships in itself are very few. There are not many scholarships which are given at the undergrad level, first of all. And second, for international students, the options are even more lesser. So the student has to demonstrate really good extracurricular activities, really good essays have to be submitted, and that is all looked in when they give a scholarship. It's not like, they directly just give it.
Yes. So UK, US and Australia would be good options for them, right?
See, it depends on the program or it depends on the major which they want to do. But in general, the popular countries where students can apply across any major would be UK, US, Canada, Singapore, Australia, Hong Kong.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanka. Thanks for your
No problem. Yeah. If you have any other questions, then maybe you can just get back, just send an email or something, and then one of us could help you out here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Nice speaking to you, Tanushree. Bye.